Finally, okay, okay. We are here. We are here. Um, just a second. There we go. Can you speak into the mic?
Meow.
There we go. Yep, yep, yep. Not your cat. You. uh, oh yeah. You see there you are. Now we're like uh window capture. Window capture. What time? Boom. No one. You know what? If we get zero viewers in the entirety of the 6 hour stream, I would not blame anyone. It's fine. It's fine, really. I understand. So welcome. I wanna kill myself. Okay, so today we will be finishing all, and I mean yes, all the original free time events, all five of them that are left. Yes, in one stream. And since we had begun Takiko's post verdict free time events and done half of them, so we'll just finish the other half real quick, you know. And I'm once again, obviously, it goes without saying, I'm joined here today with my lovely friend and co-host and their cat, apparently.
The funny thing is, I actually do have my cat in my room right now. He's just sleeping.
Nice, nice. Damn. Oh, to be that cat right now. I'm so jealous. Like sleeping, you say. Okay, so anyways, so today we'll be doing all the free time events. Yeah, I don't think I'll be looking at
Actually,
yeah.
before we start, I'm gonna give you more time to mentally prepare because I have to mute really quick, do something like really quickly, okay?
Yeah, let me bring some water as well.
Okay.
All right. All right, I'm back. I'm back. It seems, as isn't back yet. So, I just went to get some water. I haven't drank water in a long time, and this is gonna be a long one, fellas. Since this is, since I'm gonna have to put this in full screen, I will not be able to use my PC to read the chat in the OBS. So what I'm gonna do is pull up my phone, as one does. Ah, okay, so
Are we so back?
Unfortunately, we might be so back. You know,
It's okay. It'll be fine.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. You've never been more right. Okay, I have pulled up the chat on my lap, or I guess on the phone in my lap. That sounded really weird. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I have the chat on my lap. The chat is like 1,000 people. All 1,000 people are on my lap somehow. Okay, so we got, Takiko Uchimiya's corrupt free time events over time. We have done the first two events already when we were playing chapter 2, so please go do check them out, if you haven't already. And yeah, other than this incomplete one, uh, the other ones are all completely fresh. We got staring contests, which are like Zeke's Ezekiel Elias's FTEs, a single pale lily, which is Alora's FTEs, Medusa for Ismini, Parley for Fu, and Liberty Act for Asuka. Right. So all five of these are original free time events, that exist in chapter one, and so before their verdicts. Now, let's begin, right? You ready?
You know what? Yeah, sure.
As ready as one will ever be, I guess. I
Okay,
guess.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Let's
All right.
turn the. I guess this as high as the thingy goes. Let me check. Hold on. While they're doing this, the voice. Yep. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right. Can you say something in the mic real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Everything works. You can see the screen, right?
Mhm.
This is the beginning portion. It's something that we've already seen.
Have you seen this one?
No, we because we did that in the we whatchamacallit, the second freedom event that we did, after for Takiko after the verdict, was the one we did in the library, right? So the text before you know the text before the text before the
Yeah, yeah.
freedom event actually begins, that is the same. Yeah, see, everyone's going to jump on it and tear me apart. Is your dare easy and stuff, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we can start. This is where it actually starts, right? Also, before we begin, let me just decide the order. So Takiko, then I guess Zeke, then Single Pill, then Alora makes sense. Then I'd put Fu, then Izmini, then Asuka. Huh. Or actually, Takiko and Alora together, then Zeke, then Izmini, then Fu, and then Asuka. Right? There we go. There we go. All right. So right, it's alternating. One and a half, one and a half, one and a half, and stuff like that. Anyways, let's continue. I felt a lot of pity towards Takiko despite her actions. It seemed to me that she was a girl who had seen the. Wait, we've seen this one as well, right?
Have we?
It just seems familiar to me. Hold on. It seemed to me that she was a girl who had seen the worst parts of the world and a view of the. Yeah, I hope by continuing to talk to her, I could bring her the Takiko before. Yeah, because we have done this one. We have done this one in the hallway. Remember, where she was like, she called Shinku out on, like, what is the old Takiko? This is me. Hold on. You see, were there any parts of your job you really enjoyed? Remember, aside from the money, that is.
Oh, I think I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, we've done this one as well. Damn, nice. Of course, there were a few bad camps. Yeah, we've done this one. We've done this one. So we've done this one, chapter 2. So let's. Nice. This saves us time. This is. You know. Yeah, I feel guilty. Uh huh.
Sure you do.
For what it is. Yep. We've done this one. Okay. Damn. So we yeah, nice. Also, before we just begin, we've already been streaming for 20 minutes. Oh, great, awesome, superb, awesome.
Wait, what?
20 minutes, yes.
There's no way.
There is way. I mean, it's right there. Okay. This is this is new. Takiko, are you feeling better from earlier?
Yeah, I'm doing a bit better. I'm really sorry you had to see all of that.
Oh, girl, I'm pretty sure we've seen nothing yet. Don't be. I'm glad I could see you being more honest. Oh, this was with the heartfelt moment with Sugi. Yeah, I just hope Asuka's right.
Me too. I feel awful for how I've been. I think it's how I've been treating them.
Yep.
They're
This,
still recovering from being stabbed, and I've only been taking all of my frustration out on them because they're the only person who still gave me a real chance.
yeah, I get that. I think we're pretty prone to hurting people we care about. I think it's natural. It's just because we feel the most strongly about them. Another thing that could be part of it is because the reason we are we humans are prone to hurting people that are the closest to us is because we know that they won't leave us, in because if you like hurt your acquaintance, then your acquaintance can easily cut all ties with you and life can just go on, right? But like,
Mm-hmm.
if you want someone to be there with you at your worst as well, when you are, irrational, where you are being aggressive and like where, you're lashing out, then you don't have any other option other than the ones that are actually close. It's a paradox, basically. It's a lose-lose situation. It's a paradox. You are technically the ones closest to you are the only ones you can hurt without them completely leaving from your life, and you are also hurting the ones closest to you the most, right? So those are two conflicting things.
But I don't want to hurt them, not at all.
Well, at least you had your chat. I'm glad you two were able to come to some level of understanding, unlike me, because I'm a bum. I just hope you two can keep talking like that. It feels like when you want to, you can be really open with one another. Oh, you don't know. Do they know? Do they know? I don't think they know. I think that's good. You both seem like the type to bottle things up.
I guess so. I'm just pretty used to not saying things to not bother people. Anyway, Suki has been having a little bit of downtime since that was a little intense. So I've got a bit of free time. You hear that? Free time events.
Yeah. I'd really like that right now, honestly. Thanks.
Anytime.
While I disagreed pretty heavily with her actions, I couldn't help but feel she seemed to be someone who assumed she had it all figured out, where in reality she was fairly young and lost. It made me wonder how she even got in this position in the first place. Let's see. Hey Takiko, last time you talked about how social situations were sort of like a puzzle to you.
Well, kinda. It's a little more complicated than that, but in some cases it is about figuring out what makes people react in certain ways. Why do you bring it up?
It's just a unique way of looking at things. I guess I wondered where you picked it up from. Do you have any therapeutic training or anything?
Not officially, but I wanted to take some classes. It's just outside this game, I'm always so busy, I hardly get the chance.
Huh, then where did you learn it?
Experience, mainly. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember, if I'm being honest. Sachi wasn't the most predictable person.
Also, this is the one they spend like 50,000 years on. What is pissing me off? Your sister? Come on! Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
Since I was about 10 or 11, it's just been us taking care of each other. So she always has she's always under a lot of stress and pressure due to money worries and work and stuff.
Since she was that young, did she seriously have no other guardian?
But she had a lot of outbursts. Her mood fluctuated a lot. I got pretty good at picking up the little signals of when she'd be snappy or when she's had a bad day and what would make her more annoyed. So, in order to prevent causing her any extra trouble, I got very good at stepping around issues, calming her down when she was frustrated, and helping her however I could.
Aren't you the younger sister? You really shouldn't have had to.
Well, I wasn't going to provoke her, was I? She was already under way too much stress than she should have been. The only thing I kind of minded was when I felt I couldn't really talk to her. I felt I had to keep a lot of my own issues hidden or secret. It's kind of my fault. I didn't want her to realize that I had to grow up too fast. I think if she saw how mature I really was when I was younger, she'd feel like she failed me somehow. She hated having her pride damaged.
Hmm. Reminds me of Mint's dad, right? A little bit. Well, I'm guessing you couldn't hide it forever, especially with your job.
Exactly. Although things haven't really been the same since you found out about it.
You kept it hidden?
How could I not? She'd get the wrong idea if I didn't. Admittedly, at first, I was really careless with it. I didn't have an agency or any protections or anything.
Gotta join a workers guild, man. Come on. That does sound risky. How did you even start that?
My friends at school were all doing it for money, going out with people, that is. Not like that, at least I never did that, but I thought it would just be one time, just to help Sachi pay the electricity bill. She was between jobs at that point.
Where did she think you got the money from?
Odd jobs. I told her I did some chores for neighbors. Of course, when my odd jobs started making me come home fed and with gifts and getting me a bit too much money, she started to catch on.
Uh-huh. So you kept doing it?
Would you not? It never crossed any major lines, and it meant I got free meals for once, not to mention it paid well. Besides, it gave me a chance to just hang out and be a normal teenage girl for once, and I was good at it. I had already been shaping myself at home to not step on toes. I could do it for strangers as well. And I enjoyed it, a bit at least. I mean, it did kind of make me understand what Sachi meant about adults. But for once, I felt like more than the kid at school who was just forgetful that she forgot her lunch every day, more than the kid who was judged.
What happened when Sachi caught on? Did she let you continue?
Of course not. I was bringing in way too much money. One of her coworkers spotted me out with someone, and by the time I got home, we had this big fight. I know now she was just worried. I mean, who wouldn't be? But at the time, I thought she was being selfish and ungrateful. I was the one bringing in most of the money, the one keeping us afloat. I thought she was crazy. I mean, I didn't want to be skirting the poverty line for the rest of my life. In my eyes, she was being selfish and stopping me to protect her own ego. She was just protecting her own pride. I was a real brat back then, honestly.
Hmm.
She went on this big tirade about how I should be acting my age and doing things 15-year-olds do, like she had any idea about that.
Okay, genuine question. Like, what do 15-year-olds even do? You know, like that
I,
one picture of like what do they even do? You know,
I can't even answer that question for
like
you.
genuinely, like what is a normal 15-year-old activity? What was I doing when I was 15? The one thing that comes to my mind is nothing. There is no sick. There's like classic stuff that 5-year-olds do. There's classic stuff that 20-year-olds do. There's no classic stuff that 15-year-olds do. 15-year-old is the most mid part of youth. What do you mean doing things 15-year-olds do? That's nothing. You wanted to do nothing.
I thought at the time she was just bitter that she hadn't been able to stop her perfect little sister from getting messed up by the world. So I decided if she wasn't gonna let me continue in person, I'd continue online, almost to spite her. I made my image around being a little sister.
Damn, this shit got lower.
I assumed if Sachi wanted me to just act perfect and naive so she felt like she'd taken care of me properly and hadn't completely messed up, that others would want to feel that way too. I monopolized my innocence and youth to give people the family they wanted. I gave people an unconditionally loving family member they couldn't mess things up with. People found it healing.
And that's the image you really started to gain traction with?
Yeah, I really took off. It was crazy how fast it was.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it was. Yeah, like, bruh, slow down.
Sachi was too busy to be online a lot, but eventually it got sort of hard to ignore. It took a lot of bickering and discussion, but we really did need the money. So she let me in return to the rental scene as a rental sister, but only under condition that was under an agency, which was probably smart. But from there, things just snowballed. I quickly rose to the top of my agency, and then my agency started getting more and more popular. I was almost constantly booked. Many people were sweet. It was definitely a lot better than when I was younger, a lot less creeps. There were still some strange people, but if they got really strange, I had a way of dealing with them.
Yeah, I I have a way of dealing with them, you say. You know, like my army slime that motherfucker out and slime out his entire family. Your crime.
But point is, no matter if they were good or bad or what their intentions seemed to be, everyone wanted something out of me.
That's the contract, yeah, I guess.
Some wanted healing, some wanted reassurance, some wanted compliments. They never wanted me. They wanted what I could give.
Yeah, because because if they wanted you, then that kind of be like, paying someone from an agency to, you know, want that person, which when you really think about it, does not sound the best. Like, am I wrong for thinking that? You're paying
I don't know.
someone from an agency to really know them and to form like an actual like non-temporary like permanent bond with them. Like what, you're collecting Pokemon or like what? Like it feels weird. Basically it's why I feel like dating apps like are not for me. Maybe I'm sounding too much like an unk. Maybe it's the unk inside me speaking. You know, the unk inside me. So like maybe that's the unk inside me speaking. But like that's part of the reason problem I have with like dating apps and all. These things should happen organically, I guess. I just like personally, I just like when conversations happen organically, when people meet organically in communities and all, you know, and not
Yeah.
like literally. This is like one step that would have been like a one step away from being a rental friend, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I can't really fault them, it's what they were paying for, but
Yeah.
it was just something I noticed.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
It proves Sachiko's point once again.
That being.
Sachi really hated adults. She thought they were all selfish, self-serving, and irresponsible, that he just took and took with no regard for others. But Sachi was a major Debbie Downer. She had issues with everything and everyone, one of those anarchist types, you know?
Sounds pretty extreme.
Yeah, but we mostly learned not to step on each other's toes. Things were always sort of strained after I joined the agency, though. She never took any of the earnings I made unless we were literally about to get evicted.
Really? Was it a pride thing?
I guess you could call it that. I think she felt ashamed she wasn't the one providing. She was older, after all.
She can be a rental older sister. I'm sorry. Like,
It's
I'm
funny,
cooking
though.
though. I'm cooking though.
I did start all of this to help her, but she won't even take my help these days, and now she's evicted. I'm honestly really worried about her, even if we don't have the best relationship anymore.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You do seem like complete opposites.
I think we're pretty similar, honestly.
Really? I don't think you're half as aggressive as she is. I mean, you don't say. Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm. Man, boss man, I'm so sorry to tell you this. I think it runs in the family. You know, it was only a matter of time. Like the Uchiyama, it's like an Uchiyama, it's like a golden bloodline where you just turn into, you turn into a demon. Like at some point in your
Oh
life,
god.
Sachiko just had that shit happen early because she lived longer, but like it just comes for all the Uchiyamas.
When you turn 18, they get you.
Yeah, that 1% turning in that gif of a 1% turning into a werewolf, like the when the Uchiyama blood in me activates. uh, it's so good.
I mean, I still get angry and you don't say.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, I still get angry and aggressive. I just don't break anything physical. If I was frustrated or stressed, I get it out through my fan base, through getting them to attack someone. I feel like I still had some level of control over my situation.
That doesn't sound very good, to be completely honest. But yeah, again, mods kill this man's entire family. Mods
Oh god.
airstrike his location.
And that's probably worse than breaking a few pots and plates, huh?
It's funny, really. You're so good at diffusing your sister. I'd feel like you'd be better at diffusing yourself and not lashing out.
Oh, trust me, Shinku, I'm a lot better than you think.
Yeah, that's right, actually. We can confirm, actually. After chapter 2, we can confirm. Like, Girl Boss has been holding back the entire time. Uh,
I'm constantly diffusing myself.
I'm not entirely sure I track. You're gonna track pretty soon, in like 2 days.
Well, you get it or you don't.
Vague posting queen, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Now, how about we talk about how you got your talent? I've talked for long enough about myself.
Alright. I talked about how much exactly I fell into being a crime. Oh, it's a crime novelist. I didn't even read the novelist. I fell into being a crime. Not even being a criminal, just being a crime. You know?
This is a crime.
Yeah. Being a Shinku Kutsugi is illegal. You know what? I understand after chapter 2. Okay. I've done on this man enough. Takiko, even when emotionally drained, always had a way of redirecting conversation towards me. Still, starting all that so young, without any regulations or anything to fall back on if things went wrong. I couldn't help but feel very concerned for this girl. I was starting to see a very different Takiko than the smiling girl I saw on TV doing the what? Weather every Wednesday. Girl, why are you doing the weather every Wednesday? I thought, what? I, the weather's younger sister as well, apparently. Even the weather's sad. Possibility of rain. I was starting to see why she was always diffusing herself. I was scared to think, yeah, of course you are. Little sister.
Oh, buddy, don't get me started.
Yeah. Takiko, I'm glad to see you're doing better from earlier.
It was a little scary. I'm just glad he didn't hurt me.
Just Takiko and Fu dynamics are so incredibly funny after chapter 2. I'm so sorry. Like, all that shit was just for fun, by the way. Like, that entire tea ceremony thing. Takiko would have risen from the dead if Fu's reveal happened before her death. I'm sorry. Like, this girl would have came back to haunt that man. You know? That would have been the breaking point.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what did he tell you?
I don't want to tell you.
Uh,
I can't. If you knew too, it's honestly. Sorry, I guess the worst thing about it is I'm not even shocked. I'm just disappointed. I feel bad hiding it, but if I said anything. Anyway, let's talk about something nicer. It's Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, that's what Doc told me.
I remember Valentine's Day. My agency always made me do these special events on them. It'll be one of our most popular days.
That makes sense.
It would just be client after client after client, reminding them that's okay to be alone on it. Of course, the White Day would still be busy, but Valentine's is significantly busier.
White day? Wait a minute. I'm white. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Don't believe me.
audio, I love it.
What? What do you say?
I said that's stupid audio. I love it.
I want to believe that I replicate that audio like pretty well. That's why I haven't put it on my soundboard yet. Okay.
At least it wasn't as busy as my birthday, though. Christmas would also be shockingly busy.
Imagine if I was white, y'all. Crazy.
Imagine
dragons. So I'm so sorry. I hope you get your next birthday off. Oh, she got her next birthday off, alright. She got her next birthday off. Let's just say that. You had basically everything stripped away and publicized. I know how that feels, you know. I hope your next year, your birthday can be just yours, not something sold off to the highest bidder or commercialized or something. I think you deserve that.
Sorry, maybe you're not all that bad, Shinku.
I know you're still calling me slurs in your head. It's fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got a few hours free and I'm not really planning on doing my dare. If you'd like, you're free to stay and chat for a bit.
Yeah. Few hours. See, even in real time, it takes like these people few hours. I'd like that a lot. Lower accurate.
Great. It's probably best we stick together anyway, considering.
Yeah, but nobody gives a shit. Like, no disrespect, but like, well, this is where it actually begins. Okay. I don't know why I kept coming back to Takiko. I wasn't entirely sure how I felt about her as a person. To be honest, I don't think I understood her. I don't think anyone could. Before, I'd kept on coming back to her in hopes that I'd be able to help her get her spark back, even as conditions worsened for her. But I was starting to think that I couldn't help her. Still, maybe I could figure out the route. Hey, Takiko.
Is everything okay?
I was just wondering, you talked last time about Sachiko not really being a big fan of adults. Why did she think that? Takiko seemed to hesitate for a moment, unsure if she should say something before she quietly spoke a few simple words.
Because of our parents.
Right, that makes sense. They clearly weren't around.
Excuse me? That taken out of context.
Yeah, they
They
clearly
clearly weren't around.
it's the clearly that gets me. They clearly weren't around. I mean, look at her. Oh, that sounds so bad. Shinku, come on, man. Too soon.
It gives the energy of like, obviously you didn't have a father figure.
Yeah, like obviously you didn't have a father figure. So many quotables from this game. Did you not have any other adult guardian you could stay with? Surely you must have at least some positive adult role model in your life. Though I doubt that, considering how much of a bum you are.
Well, my grandparents are alive and out there somewhere, but I've never really met them. They refuse to have any part in raising us.
Why would someone do that to their own grandchildren? Now, people did that to their own children. I feel like we're missing one step. You know, like why would my great great grandfather not take care of me while I was abandoned by my parents as well? I feel like we are overlooking a bigger situation here, but who knows?
Well, they were pretty traditional.
Is Fu your grandfather or like what?
And my parents were still in high school when my mom got pregnant with Sachiko. The two of them weren't married either. They tried everything. They got a marriage license. They named Sachi after her great grandmother. They tried anything to get back in their good graces. But they were already disowned at that point, no matter what they did. It was pointless. My grandparents wanted nothing to do with any of us.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry. But why would that make Sachiko resent your parents? Surely that anger should be leveled at your grandparents.
Oh, this is getting a little personal.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry. Dog, what do you think we've been doing the past, what, like 46 minutes, 47 minutes?
Well, my parents tried to make things work. It was tough, but they tried. They didn't have much, but it was enough. That was until I came out. Things were a lot harder then.
Mm.
Resources were stretched more thinly, and when my mom passed, we only had one income. We had 2 child allowance checks coming in from the government, but it was still tough. My dad tried his best, he really did, but my memory of him is really fuzzy. I just remember him always smiling. He'd bring home these battered and old toys with holes in them. He'd always frame it as a learning opportunity on to teach me how to sew or fix things.
Damn.
I thought it was really fun at the time. I realize now it's probably because he found those toys abandoned or in the trash.
Damn. Oof, man. Still, it's good he tried. Doesn't seem like a person who would leave. Let's see.
He did, I'm grateful for that. I remember he was my world. But when Sashi turned 15, her child allowance stopped, and then Dad lost his job and things got hard. I think it got too much for him. He started skipping meals or bringing home slightly dodgy food. I pretended not to notice. I didn't want to make things difficult. One of the things he brought home that made me sick, really sick, and we couldn't afford the medicine. That was his breaking point. I remember when I was homesick from school, it was just me and him, and he told me to go on a walk with him. He thought it'd do me some good.
Uh,
This really isn't a happy story. You probably don't want to hear.
no, it's okay. Just stop if you feel the need to.
I think he thought it was kinder to me to stop my suffering. He was just ashamed. He was ashamed of the kind of life he brought me into. Maybe he just resented me for what I did to Mom. All I remember is we were walking across the bridge. I was holding his hand, and he just started running with me. And I let go of his hand. I was just in shock. I don't even think he realized I let go. He went over the edge before I could process what was happening.
Akiko, I had no idea.
Sachi hated him for it. She never forgave him for abandoning us. She thought he was being selfish, that he took the coward's way out. She said so many awful, awful things about him. I wonder if she resents me too for surviving, for letting go. I think maybe her life would be a lot easier if she didn't have me to take care of. Not that she'd ever say it out loud.
She's your sister. She could never want you dead. Come on.
I honestly couldn't blame her if she did. If I wasn't here, my mom would still be alive, and I think if she was... Hold on. I couldn't read that. I'm slow. I think if she was Dad, Dad wouldn't have done what he did.
There we go.
To be honest, Chinku, I wish I'd never been born.
Don't say things like that.
This world is so hard sometimes. In part, I like being a rental sister because I like being able to pretend, even if just for a moment. I'm just a happy, carefree girl who is naive to how complicated and messy things can be. Maybe that's why I like hanging out with Sugi. Okay. I like feeling like a normal teenage girl.
So sorry.
Chatting and having fun with a friend.
Oh my god. Like, they did not... This... Okay, there we go.
Suki is just happy and carefree. No pretending there.
We just got here, huh? I'm gonna resume. Boom. Like, ain't no one read that fast, bruh.
But I also resent myself for letting myself be patronized, for infantilizing myself like this to try and feel safe, to get people to give me pity. I really must not make much sense to you, huh?
I don't think you make much sense to yourself either. Damn. But like, you know, that's fair.
I guess not, but...
This shit is like the conversation we be having at like 3 a.m. sometimes.
I always feel like I have to make up for the fact I'm alive. That I let go, that so many people have been through so much trouble to keep me breathing. So when I help people feel better, when I brighten up people's days, it's sort of my way of apologizing or trying to make myself feel like I deserve to be here right now. That must sound really selfish. I'm sorry. I really wish I could be more selfless. In the end, I just got too stressed. I slipped up too much. I couldn't bear myself. I made more people.
Akiko, you're only 18. Damn. You don't have to have all this figured out. You don't have to understand why things are a certain way. You don't have to be perfect. If you were, you wouldn't be human.
Am I still human at this stage?
For a little while, yeah.
So much of me is my image online, my character. At what point have I become bigger than this body? Have I stopped seeming like a person?
That line is arbitrary and drawn at different points by different people, so in the end, it doesn't matter.
I wish I wasn't a person. I didn't feel this awful feeling in my chest. It's one thing to know I'm responsible for more people hurting themselves. It's another thing to know how little I feel guilty for them. That's what terrifies me. The fact that I keep doing it, even though I knew. I guess I always knew I'd get burned at the stake when— Okay!
Oh.
Okay, you
Neuron
didn't
activation.
have to say that!
Neuron activation. The monkey brain got activated. Oh my god, bruh. It's so. You think
I just
the
had to stare at that for a little while.
yeah? You think the writers were laughing their asses off when they were writing this shit?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Uh,
Okay, I'm good.
yeah.
I
Okay,
guess
continue.
I guess I always knew I'd get burned at the stake one day. I just wanted to feel like I deserved it when I got there, that it was justified.
And
Does she know?
does she know? Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her?
Who's gonna tell her? Because if it felt entirely unfair, there would be no way I could defuse myself.
Why are you so convinced you're going to get brought down? Bro does not know.
No, no.
Yeah. Bro is not in the know.
Because it's happened, Shinku. My crime is out there. People have decided I'm corrupt and my career is over when I get out of here. She doesn't know that she's not gonna get out of here.
And did the world end?
Okay. Huh?
Did your world end?
No, it kept moving because I'm trapped in here.
And it keeps moving in the outside world. Sure, your career might be over, but you're only 18. You can pick up the pieces, you can start something new, start a new career, start a new life. Reincarnate, you know. It'll feel awful for a while, terrible, but you'll eventually start to feel okay. You'll start laughing again, smiling again. Maybe you'll even become more comfortable than you were before.
This is making me sad now.
Yeah.
That's a really nice sentiment, Shinku. I wish that was my reality. Once you've been in the limelight, it just follows you no matter where you go.
You really think? Like, not you really think so. It is you really think? Because I don't see it.
You really think?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know how I could possibly escape it at this stage. I think a lot, actually.
Yeah, like, you know, someone, when my sister asked me, brother, do you think? And I'm like, yeah. Like, nah, actually, I don't. What is thinking, anyways? Well, we can never know until you try. You know, try to think. Come on. Think, Taki go think. And it's like that one fuck-ass invincible picture. But you said it yourself. No one can force you to take those steps. You have to take them yourself. And maybe they're scary. Maybe you'll find yourself walking on eggshells, but you'll only find out when you take them. The eggshells? Oh no, the walks. I'm a dumbass. Never mind.
I really hope that one day the world becomes a place that won't stare and judge at those who choose to take those steps, somewhere that feels safe to walk in. If there was a world like that, for other girls like me, it would make me really happy.
Damn.
Thank you, Shinku. I'll be honest, I don't really like you that much. It's nothing personal, I promise.
Alright. Oh.
But you gave me a space where I can feel like I could talk for a little bit, as me.
Yeah, this is us right now. This is us, Loki. Not gonna lie. Like, I don't like you a whole lot, man, but you give me a space to talk shit, and then I appreciate that. That's what I feel.
For real. That means more than you could ever know.
Damn, so you really oh, what was I saying? Yeah. Hey, it's no worries. No one deserves to suffer in silence. Oh, you don't know, man.
I really hope that one day you can take those steps as well from whatever you're hiding from.
You caught on to that, huh?
I think I figured you out a while ago, if I'm being honest. But I think we both need to start taking our own advice.
Yeah, that would probably fix a lot of issues. It really would. You don't say. It really would.
You don't say!
Uh,
You said it yourself. We're both still at the start of our lives. It's never too late to start fixing our mistakes.
debatable. You know.
Especially not for someone like you. I think the world would be pretty kind to you if you tried.
That's what we've been saying, bruh. We've been saying this for 2 damn chapters. Come on, man, just do it. Just do it. The incinerator is right there. Jump in there. No. I'm just kidding. Not what I meant, but I don't know where that came from. I'm so sorry, man. Even if the wider world wouldn't be kind to you, I'm sure there would be people who would be. And those are the people who really care about you.
Hey, who's the rental sibling here? You, me, or you?
Sorry. I'm probably not all that good at this.
It's okay. Hey, it was a good line, and if I'm being honest, I really hope there is.
I couldn't save. Oh, he knows. Damn, he knows. He knows. Bro had an epiphany.
He knows.
Bro had a vision. Bro had a vision.
Man, I can't save her.
I understood that now. No one could. Only she was the one who could take those steps in an unknown and harsh world in search of a better path. But if she could do that, even while being aware of how rough she'd have it, then I think she'd be the strongest person alive. I hoped she could find a world like that. A world that was kinder to girls like her. Let go. Brother did not realize how right he was.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, it's... So, what are we thinking about that one?
I'm sad. At least I
Aren't we
got to
all?
see her again.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last time for a long while, I will say. Oh man, character-wise, absolute peak writing. I will say that. You know, like doing the second
Yeah.
half after chapter 2 was such a unintentionally good decision. You know, like after the trial. Oh man.
Yeah, especially that one line I couldn't stop staring at.
Yeah. I wonder what you're talking about. I wonder. Oh man. I wonder what's gonna happen in chapter 3, bhai. Oof. Let's see docs. Let's see docs. Free time events. A single pale lily. It's almost like she's in some kind of Lilith. That didn't make any sense. Okay.
Oh, okay.
that I really forced that one. I'm so sorry. Okay. So let's go.
Okay. Okay. I can't
cannot
look at
look
her
at
the
her
same
without
after this
laughing at
fucking
this point.
spiel.
I cannot take her seriously anymore. I'm so sorry.
I love her, but
But yeah, I love her, but like,
girl, why'd you do that? Okay.
yeah, exactly. Girl, come on. Does she still have that
Okay.
fuck ass, whatever you call it, earpiece, whatever?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to kill some time. I know you didn't say anything, but Mononeko told me I need to leave my cell more.
I'd be wary about following their demands, but I suppose it's best to conform for now.
I should probably try to make conversation. So, biochemistry, am I right? Biochemistry, am I right? Yeah, you got it. Man's he has a little ding, like the correct counter goes up, like correct buzzer. Tudung.
A
Biochemistry.
perfect conversation starter.
Perfect. Next time I don't want you to say hi to me. Just immediately say mathematics. Am I right? I'm like, yeah, you get it, sister. You get it. Nice weather today, huh? In a closed space. What's the escape plan? No, please choose biochemistry. Am I right?
Please.
What are you expect? What does one expect her to say? Like, you're so right. You see, you get
You
it.
are so right.
You're so right. Finally, someone understands. That's what I've been saying. That's what it's all about.
Okay. I would disclose details, but I don't want to jeopardize it.
Her serious face is so funny now.
But be assured I am working on it.
Working on what exactly? I'm sure you are, all in your own time. Why did that feel slightly passive aggressive?
If you'd like, you're free to stay a while and watch me work.
Yeah, sure. As long as I wouldn't get in your way, sure.
Alright, just be sure not to touch anything.
Also, boss, keep seeing you, talk to yourself when I'm not really saying anything. Like, what's all that about?
Don't worry about that. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing you need to worry about.
Alright, I mean, if you say so. Despite being so close to my age, I can't deny I found Dr. Alinius pretty intimidating. I mean, it's nothing, right? It's nothing to
Oh
kill.
god, things are lagging.
It's not something to kill over, obviously so.
Yeah, no, why would I ever do that?
Yeah, exactly. I was surprised she agreed to spend time with me, considering how she'd stayed relatively in her own company with only a few exceptions. There's one more exception that Bro does not know about, but she seemed leagues more mature and practical than me, constantly assessing every situation and trying to devise solutions to her problems in the prison. Sometimes it was to the extent I would wonder if she was even human.
It's okay.
Yes.
I know I've apologized before, but I'd like to extend a personal apology now that we're talking one-on-one.
For what?
For my plan with the controlled explosive for not going exactly how I expected. I apologize for failing to provide us with an exit. I'll admit I'm slightly concerned about what the cat will use it for later. But there's nothing to be done about it now, so I shouldn't dwell on it. I'm intending on focusing on finding alternative routes out.
Oh, the bomb? It's fine. I'm just grateful you tried to get us out. Still, are you sure that continuing to pursue a way out is a good idea? You saw how it went with the bomb. They have no idea the bomb is about to make a glorious return. Like,
just a cameo. Just
just a subtle foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a literally device. Chekhov's bomb.
I can't let it discourage me. I don't mind potentially jeopardizing my own safety for the sake of getting everyone out before further violence occurs. Of course, I'll be reporting anyone whose crimes have been exposed to authorities if they aren't already arrested upon release.
Word. It's so difficult because I sneeze like a damn bomb, you know. Relevant, funny I say that, but like, you know, seriously, i I sneeze so damn loud, and I sneeze so quickly that I don't have the time to mute everything. So I just immediately throw my headphones away, you know, so that your ears don't just like your, you know, I don't want to rupture your eardrums basically. So yeah.
Nothing personal. I just don't want to get implicated on obstruction of justice.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Just a little harsh, you know.
A little too harsh? Don't tell those exposed then. I don't wish to cause unnecessary conflict.
Oh, I did not even see the message. Me when I forget the name of that fucking cat that Alexicon hates. Oh yeah, what is the name of that cat? I don't even remember. Imagine if Shinku asked Alora about uranium 236. That go kind of crazy, you know. In chapter 3 maybe, you know, it could be true. Alora is the ultimate narc. Could be, you know. Okay.
Either way, it shouldn't be much longer until we're out. I'm currently devising a few alternative plans to escape.
Anything I or well any of the others could help with?
Hmm.
Oh shit, I didn't even whatever.
Please don't take this the wrong way. I mean this with all due respect. I don't particularly trust anyone here aside from myself with this. I believe I'm the only one capable of conducting some of these plans quickly enough. I believe involving anyone else may just delay the process, or worse yet, cause massive collateral damage. Funny you say that.
Huh. You don't say. I suppose you really don't want this plan to fail after last time.
Precisely. I hope that doesn't come off as disrespectful to you. I believe you're very capable of in your own regard. I'd just rather do this myself. Funny you say that.
And the great development to her, like letting Taka into this, you know. You know what? Actually, you know what? Nah, I changed my mind. Terrible development. It should have stayed this way, actually. You know?
Maybe.
That's understandable. I'm sorry if I'm bothering you too much. What's bothering is the length of this damn video.
Okay. No, there's a reason I agreed to talk. I've actually had a growing concern recently I believe you could assist with.
The concern is growing. Me, really? What is it?
I'm concerned my continuous self-isolation from the wider group may lead to misconceptions.
Someone as mature and smarter is worried about that. No, the misconceptions are not very missed, unfortunately. You know, they're just conceptions at this point.
I care deeply about the continuous safety of everyone here and reducing casualties, which is why I've tried to remain dedicated and solely focused on devising an escape plan. However, my inability to work in the absence of solitude may cause some detrimental perception of me. Hold on.
Take your time. And we got so much to do. Holy shit.
Sorry, my mom wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, so you're back?
Mhm.
Alright.
I don't want to disclose the extent of my work in case the organizers develop an understanding of my plan and prevent it. Funny you say that, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
But similarly, I don't want my secrecy to lead to distrust about my activities.
Funny you say that, actually. We're just not gonna stop saying that, actually. You don't want people to think you're planning murder or working against them?
Precisely. That is one of my main concerns as of late. Don't worry, that's just a thing in chapter 2.
Yeah, it's gonna happen later.
I don't want the misconception arising that I'm plotting something when in reality I'm simply trying to help.
She says as she suddenly just like spawns two fuming differently colored liquids in two different beakers, and test tubes in her hand. Like
I
she did
definitely
not
won't
have
murder
this
someone in
before,
chapter 2.
It's like just imagine like just picking up fuming chemicals while saying this. Like not like you just had them, but when you say I don't want the misconception arising that I'm plotting something and just immediately picks them up, you know? Like I feel like a strong sense of deja vu. I'm simply trying to help as they walk towards you like this.
You are both more social with the wider group than me, while remaining one of the more sensible prisoners, which allows me to discuss this with you easier. So if anyone holds greater insight on how to prevent this, I'm sure it's you. I apologize to voicing these concerns to you, but you seem most suitable.
Thank you. That's quite flattering coming from you. It's not true.
It's just my assessment, nothing special.
Well, I'd have to think on what to suggest. It might be hard to come up with an idea to prevent misconceptions without disclosing exactly why you're doing or taking time away from your work, which I'm sure you don't want to do.
Preferably not, no.
Well, I'll give it some thought and let you know. Worst case scenario, I'm sure I can defend you if needed.
Funny you say that.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I'd appreciate it, Kutsuki. Thank you for your time. I'll continue to ensure our safety.
Thank you, Doc. We'd be lost without your contributions.
It's simply my job. It would be negligent not to in this situation.
Well, I'll leave you to your work. Thank you once again.
Stay safe.
I left Doc to her work. It did bring me quite a bit of comfort to know she was still endeavoring to find a plan to allow us to escape. I just hope she found one before anyone decided to. Or worse, everyone turned their backs on her and decided to scapegoat her for her lack of wider connections among the group.
Funny you say that,
Funny you say that
Loki.
actually. Yeah. If I could help prevent that, then I would. I just have to think about it. Everything felt a little more high pressure or serious when it came from Dr. Alenius. Distant respect.
Kutsuki, enjoying your day?
We've seen this interaction, yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. I was hanging out with Doc once again. I hadn't been able to come up with a solution to her major concern about being mistrusted, at least not one that took her massively away from her work. But I didn't want to disappoint her, especially not after she was working so hard for us.
Kutsuki,
Yes?
how are you today?
Fairly good. Is everything alright with you?
Of course, I've actually made quite the progress on my alternative escape plan. I would disclose details to you or the wider group, but I'm uncertain if that's a wise idea.
Do you think the others would do something to mess it up?
Partly, but my primary concern is the plan getting caught on record and the captors interfering in stopping it, so I'm going to keep the details confidential for now.
That seems to be for the best. I'm sure the others will understand.
That still remains my primary roadblock.
Are you still concerned about them believing you're scheming something?
Indeed, I think my secrecy is working to my detriment. I suppose despite its national acclaim, very few people know the details of the Wonder Child project outside of you. Funny you say that. Funny
Yeah,
you say that.
actually, yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that. It's
Yeah,
really hilarious.
it's so incredibly comedic.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
slapping my knee right now. Like,
Okay. Okay.
okay, okay, let's continue. It's so funny. It's so
Yeah.
funny, by the way, guys. Have I told you that it's funny yet? Oh yeah, it's funny actually. Yeah,
Yeah, how we mentioned how just like absolutely hilarious this
it's
is. Okay.
so
Yeah,
insanely.
hold on. My mom gave me a snack.
Nice.
Okay. Let me text.
My sides
Lily.
hurt. My sides hurt. Oh shit. My sides hurt from laughing so much. It's so funny though. It's so funny.
How I
I
don't think we mentioned how funny
yeah.
this
No,
is.
yeah, I don't think we have. Guys. Real talk.
Okay.
It's really funny. Like, I'll do anything for the
Okay.
bit. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. So many might see my isolation as deliberate instead of an attempt to focus on finding a way to prevent casualties. I suppose if you don't know my capabilities, one is likely to assume the worst.
Yeah, we know what the Wonder Child Project is. A set of child psychologists specifically planned their entire child's life out before birth and hypothesized their specific program would lead to rapid academic and cognitive development in a child. They used their own child in the experiment, Alora Alenius. And I suppose the results speak for themselves. I'm sure they wouldn't make any silly assumptions if you made more of an effort to socialize with the others. I know you don't particularly want to step away from your work for a long time, but even just making casual conversation at breakfast could do wonders.
I suppose, but I've never been particularly great at socializing for the sake of just socializing. Don't get any misconceptions. I'm perfectly fine when it comes to conducting myself for business proposals or lectures. Why, I was even praised for my clear presentation in board meetings.
The earpiece never comes off, by the way.
But it's another thing to make small talk. I can handle the usual formalities, but when it gets to more than that, I'm not sure what to say.
Hmm. Please excuse me if this is an offensive question, but are you shy by any chance? Looking to the earpiece for confirmation.
Uh, Perhaps a little in certain circumstances, yes. It's kind of lagging a little bit, sorry.
Oh, hold on. Let me do it again. Right. Okay, do let me know if it's lagging right now.
Okay. I've always found no trouble speaking with those older than me. Given my exceptional progress from a young age, I could articulate myself fairly maturely and professionally, which was often very impressive to older academics or potential employers. But that maturity, while exceedingly useful, has left me a bit out of the loop with those my age.
I can imagine why, but I can assure you it isn't too difficult.
I'm sure it isn't, but it's still slightly uncomfortable for me. When I was younger, I used to resent that I couldn't quite understand how to talk to people my age. I took that out as seeing very little value in speaking to any of them, believing there was no insightful or productive conversation to be had with them. So I suppose I have no one to blame for my perpetual self-isolation than myself.
That sounds a little. Oh my god. Something stuck in my throat. Okay. Okay, yeah. That sounds a little lonely. I'm sorry.
You don't say.
Huh.
No, I'm quite content in my own company. I just regret being so dismissive.
Like, Alora just turns into Dr. Eggman in that one fuck ass dub. I miss my wife Tails. I miss her so much. I miss my wife Shinku. That's just all of the new FTs, by the way. It's just us saying, I miss my wife. And she goes like, I understand, man. I understand.
just like Fu.
Yeah, exactly.
In the short term, it allowed me to focus more on progressing my education and career, which has been incredibly beneficial. But it's made casual socialization quite the chore, which usually would not present a problem, but in trust-based situations like this, it's become fairly problematic.
Well, you're talking to me just fine, aren't you?
You're right, I suppose I am.
Girl is really feeling herself in this one. Like, yeah, I guess you can say that, yeah?
You can
Like,
say that.
yeah. I'll leave you to your work, dog. I wish you the best. What work? She's waiting for the goat to finish the shower.
Stay safe, Kuzuki.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you at breakfast soon.
Very well, I'll see you then.
But I started feeling more confident around her. It put me a lot more at ease to know someone like her also had insecurities. Yeah, sure. Acquaintances.
Oh shoot, okay. Have we seen this one?
Hold on. Yeah, we have. There we go. Alright. Aurora seemed to be more focused on her work than usual today, but her movements were slightly more stilted. She seemed like there was something on her mind, but she was trying to find the words to say it. We'd been sitting here in relative silence for the last few minutes, but eventually she cleared her throat and tried starting the conversation with what I imagined was her attempt at a nonchalant and casual cadence.
Kutsuki, you are quite an approachable and trustworthy person, don't you agree?
Yeah, I suppose so. What about it?
I was wondering perhaps if you would be able to
She cleared her throat a second time.
potentially share some insight on how I could seem more approachable, hypothetically.
First of all, stop talking like Ben Shapiro. That's probably a start. Hypothetically, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Let's shut the fuck up. Oh god. You know that one fuck ass gif. You know, you know the one. Can
Yeah,
we
that's really specific.
can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, you know the one, right? Yeah. I remember seeing an edit of like Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk being there instead of Mordecai and whatever My Little Pony character there is. Like, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Like, girl, that's where we're gonna start. So what I'm gonna need you to do, Doc, is turn around for a bit. I'm gonna turn around, and then can we pretend that airplanes on the night? Okay, I'll stop. Oh, she really didn't want to ask for help. It was almost endearing how desperately she was trying to make this come off as casual. You know, when in her mind she's like, please, Shinku, I need this. My earpiece kinda batteryless. You're asking for my help?
If you want to put it that way, sure.
Well, if you want to seem more approachable, the easiest way is just participating more in group discussions and activities.
I know, but they tend to drag on for so long and often just devolve into arguing.
Yeah, well, have you tried seeking out people to speak to one-on-one?
Of course, but they always assume they're in trouble when I want to talk.
Well, maybe try smiling more. Mans is at a loss for words.
Kitsuke, I'm not a child. I know how to look friendly.
You're not doing that very well right now, not gonna lie. Well, I was just making sure also it's not working. Like, you could try explaining your research to them.
I would, but people would often find it too confusing or get bored.
Damn, you're right, this is hard. Then what about talking about movies or series you like? What's a movie? She says.
Okay.
So you're not gonna believe this. And have you
So,
heard of?
like, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Um, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
a movie?
Yeah. What? See, dog. Have you heard of this little thing called Breaking Bad? You're gonna love this so much. You know, it's about that one guy, like, and just explains the entirety of Breaking Bad, and just Alora just lights up, just throws the earpiece away. I don't need this anymore. I found the true meaning of my life, the true purpose of what I want to do.
Okay. Sorry.
Too late. Well, how
Okay.
about you try asking them about their interest? No, you can just say it.
I've never really had the time for that sort of nonsense, so I wouldn't really have anything to contribute. Kutsugi, are you trying to patronize me?
Apologies, I'm just not sure what to suggest. Just try to avoid controversial topics or pushing too hard on things the person obviously doesn't want to tell you.
That's just basic manners, is it not?
Well, if you know everything, then like just do it. Of course, but you'd be surprised at how many people don't know when to stop.
That's a shame.
At least you're doing better than I'm gonna have to doubt on that one, Chief.
I suppose I am, but that isn't going to be particularly be useful when it comes to maintaining conversation.
Perhaps you could try making jokes, puns. You know, have you ever heard of Undertale?
Seriously.
Damn.
Ooh, this sprite, I love it. Sorry. With some of these suggestions, it's like you assume I've never had friends before. Well, it's
You
kind of funny
well,
you say that.
you know, yeah, it is really funny, guys. I mean, have you? You know, you're not gonna believe this.
Of course.
One, one singular Uno egg friend, and like even then, friend with a trillion asterisk next to it. But yeah, sorry for making assumptions. You just don't seem the most sociable. I mean, you asked me about this shit, you know, for that reason only. But given your struggles with this stuff, I would assume you hadn't had any friends before. Apologies if that's rude. Damn, Shinku got no chill.
Well, it was one friend, not friends. I liked her a lot.
Oh yeah, you don't say. Were they your age?
Why are you so curious?
Girl, because that's how our conversation works. Come on. Sorry, I suppose I'm just surprised you had a friend. I'm curious what sort of person you get along with so closely.
Might I suggest you try to avoid controversial topics or pushing too hard on things someone obviously doesn't want to tell you?
Well, that's fine and all, but like I'll break your earpiece if you keep giving me that attitude. Like,
May I suggest you instead make jokes or puns, maybe talk about what the other person seems interested in?
Sassy. She just. That's a start. See, that's exactly what we're talking about. So you can have a conversation that's not strictly professional.
Of course, I'm not a robot, Kutsuki. It just takes me a while to feel comfortable enough. I do not wish to make a fool of myself to people who are meant to put their faith in me to find a solution.
Wait, so are you comfortable enough with me?
I suppose so. I should thank you for your assistance, Kutsuki, but I believe I should focus on my work now.
Understandable. I hope it goes well, dog.
I'll see you at breakfast. Stay well.
Yeah, see you then. I left dog to her work. I'll admit I was still curious about her friend, but I knew it wasn't particularly my place to ask. It made me feel a little more important in my own right to be considered someone Dr. Linus was comfortable around. I just hoped I wouldn't let her down or embarrass myself in front of her associates. Fool. Two more, just two more. Then we can take a break.
Kutsuki, are you feeling well? What kind of medicine do you need?
No, I'm not ill. I don't think so anyway. I just had something I wanted to ask you about.
And that is?
You know what? That's such a good question actually. Hmm. Mance is asking such real questions. Boss, what are your thoughts on this question?
This question?
You're so good at answering questions, so
It's an interesting question. It's
Yeah,
funny that you
exactly.
mention it,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. That's a really good question. No. Let's go back. Hold on. What about this one? Let's ask this one. How
Where
would you?
is Taka?
Where is he? I haven't seen him around, for a while. Doc
What do you
seemed to.
mean, who is Taka anyway?
Yeah, exactly. Dr. Alinia seemed to take a pause, concern clear in her eyes.
Why do you ask, Kutsuki?
I'm so high right now. Oh no, don't worry about me. I'm not hallucinating or anything. I just had a strange dream. I was in like chapter 73. I don't know what that means.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, me neither. I don't know either.
Well, normally you treat it with a mixture of therapy and antipsychotic drugs, and if it persisted, perform a brain scan to see if it's more of a neurological issue, but
Standard stuff, okay.
we don't exactly have a qualified therapist present here, and I wouldn't put that responsibility onto anyone unqualified. So purely antipsychotics would be best until we left and could pursue therapy.
Oh yeah, he needs some of that. Dog, can you give him
I
some of
think
that?
everyone in this prison
I
does.
think everyone needs some of that. Yeah.
Although I'd rather no one developed a dependency on any drugs while we were here. Like one certain person in this prison, her name starts with
Yeah.
an L.
Yeah. Funny you say that. Like, there's
Funny you
definite.
say that.
Yes, it's so funny.
So I'd probably suggest behavioral activation as a substitute for traditional therapy in conjunction with in conjunction to the medication.
Like, girl, chill. Behavioral activation? What's that?
Effectively, it's ensuring that an individual is doing things with other people. To simplify, ensuring they have human connections they're actively engaging with. If you're struggling to find that connection elsewhere, I don't mind if you need to talk to me for a while.
I'd appreciate that a lot, dog.
Very well.
I couldn't quite place my finger on whether my last conversation with Dog had been good or bad, but she didn't seem opposed to talking to me again, so I suppose it must have still been pleasant to her. I'll admit, I was still curious about her friend. It seemed like something she wanted to keep private. Dr. Linus, I just wanted to apologize for last conversation.
I don't believe you did anything. What the hell?
Objectionable. Objectionable.
I know how to say it, but what does that mean?
Like something that is worthy of being objected. Like, I object to that. Objection. You know?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
I don't believe you did anything objectionable.
I'm just sorry for pushing about your friend when you seem to make it clear you didn't want to discuss details. I apologize. I just hoped that if I could get more information about your friend, I could figure out how to help you make more friends in the prison.
I appreciate the thought, but I can assure you I'm not particularly looking to make friends here.
But you...
I care about people trusting me. I don't need any connection beyond that. Funny you say that.
Actually.
While loneliness is a slight concern and making more friends would likely prove useful, it isn't exactly a high priority at the moment. Just you wait, just you wait.
Yeah, I see. So a newfound comfortability around me does not equate to friendship. Damn, bro got demoted mentally. I just hope you'll be okay. I know you're more than self-sufficient, dog. Hmm. It depends on who defines it, but yeah. But loneliness can get to even those who are most comfortable in solitude. I understand your desire to not distract yourself from your work, but you're human too, and for humans to thrive, they do need connection. I just hope you're being wise about this. Aurora sighed after a small pause of silence, turning to face her work.
I've never been good with loss. Yeah.
That's so.
I think we
That's so
I think
interesting,
we've
actually.
seen that.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Very, very interesting. Oh?
I always wish to keep things forever. It's quite the issue. If a project was successful, we'd always get flowers delivered to the lab as a thank you. I despise it. Not only would the pollen get everywhere and mess up a lot of our results or samples, but they were always temporary. They'd always just end up wilting. And yet, despite that, I would always try my hardest to keep them alive for as long as possible. I'd change the water of those wretched flowers every day, feed them with a specialist plant food, try to ensure they were somewhere with good humidity, all in vain, obviously.
Girl, there's like a big, like goat man that you can learn a lot from, if I'm being completely honest with you. He used to be the town sheriff, but yeah.
Yet, knowing they would wilt, I'd try to keep them alive every time.
That's actually quite endearing. Oh, you know nothing, man.
I've always been this way. When I was about 12, I broke the first beaker my parents ever got me.
We already know.
I was devastated, knowing that it would be gone forever. That even if I pieced it back together, I'd never be able to use it for experiments. The glue would tamper with the chemicals too much. It would just not be safe. It was just a piece of glass, but I found myself crying over it, and I was so humiliated afterwards that I cried over something so simple, something so small. Yet I felt so much shame for being so emotional over it. It's only now as an adult I can look back on that memory with fondness, being able to laugh at how silly the whole thing was.
I think no matter how small something is, it can become the most important thing in the world if you attach sentimentality to it. There we go.
Exactly. It's funny how we work like that, no? In a situation like this, loss is inevitable. I can try my best to construct a plan to escape, but I'm sure despite my efforts, there will be casualties. Funny you say that. But if I'm able to find an escape, it could prevent there being further casualties. It's important I keep my head on straight so I can focus.
Really hope. I hope you follow that. Your advice. I hope you follow that. Yeah, that's important. That's so important.
An extremely emotional response to a loss can be detrimental to my work, which is why it's best I don't get too particularly attached to anyone. Funny you say that.
That is so that's so funny actually. Yeah, totally. That's understandable. I can see why you take that view. Also, it's really funny you say that actually. It's a fairly sensible standpoint, by the way.
Of course, I intend to remain amiable with everyone here. I have no intention of starting conflict. I just know right now I cannot afford to let myself lose anything important to me. The stakes are too high.
You're incredible, dog. I'm sure you've heard it before, but we'd be lost without you here.
Thank you, Kutsuki. I appreciate your continued understanding of my perspective.
Oh, thank you for continuing to spend time with me even if I'm distracting you.
It's quite alright. You're hardly invasive.
Bro called me a species.
In fact, I've grown to rather... it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna die. She's gonna make a clanker out of me as well, bro. I don't want this life.
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh, that gave me, like, the worst idea of something that could happen in Chapter 3, but I'm not gonna say it.
wait. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh shit.
But let's not talk about
Yeah,
that. I
let's
don't
not
want to think about that.
keep this woman locked up under at all times. We or something blasphemous will be made. Shout out to Blasphemous, great game. But like something absolutely abhorrent will be made, you know?
Okay.
Then Asuka walks into a room with like, can I have it? And like, it's so over. It's so raps.
God.
Like, pack it up. You intern, dog.
Stay safe. Do return soon.
I left dog to her work. I never expected such a personal conversation from her of all people. With her adversity to loss, I could assume something must have happened to her friend. Of course, it would be rude to say that out loud.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I just hope she was okay. And that she never blamed herself for the fact that those flowers always died. Or that she was at least able to appreciate how pretty those flowers looked in the moment and wasn't too focused on saving them to notice.
Yep.
Yep. Hello, florist. Yep. Not taking the day off, doc.
Of course not. I'm already taking the evening off for the party. If anything, I need to work extra hard this morning to compensate.
She was the one babysitting Taka. I can't take this.
I even told Takahiro to take the day off so I could solely focus on my plans and not have to split my attention between my work and babysitting. Still, I worry someone will do something foolish before I can formulate a feasible plan, though, which will result in minimal casualties.
I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. You're always so uptight and focused on your work. It will be nice to be able to talk to you when you're a little more relaxed and able to let your hair down a little.
Really now, don't get your hopes up. I find it very hard to stop thinking with a work mindset. I'm admittedly not very good at taking breaks. I don't believe I have much to offer conversation-wise when it comes to matters outside my work either.
Well, I enjoy talking to you. Even if you think you're dull, I'm looking forward to speaking with you tonight.
If you enjoy my presence that much, Kutsuki, you're free to stay for a while right now if you wish.
I'd like that.
Very well.
It had become something of a routine for me to spend time with Alora while she looked for a way out. I'd grown to appreciate her company, even if neither of us talked a great deal. I felt a sense of importance being around her.
I'm glad you're joining me again today, Kutsuki.
She eventually broke the silence, looking over at me with a small smile. Oh, I'm glad you keep letting me accompany you. I really hope I'm not a bother.
Not at all. If anything, Kutsuki, you've become something of a confidant to me, if you don't mind me being so bold.
This is such good foreshadowing. Think about it. In the for like the first half of the second trial,
Really?
because think about it, Alora accidentally killed Taka, and like Shinku in the first half believed that he accidentally killed, Maiko, or like Molly, I guess. So like remember when Alora was breaking down, he was the one who stepped up,
Oh, yeah.
right? That's what they're going for, I think.
That's
Hmm.
insane.
I feel like they're gonna have a lot in common regardless, because Akari still exists. Akari's case is still true, even if like, Molly's weight is lifted from his shoulders. So yeah, they're both like quite big sinners, I guess. Huh?
I found myself a comfortable amount attached to you. Does it make sense?
I thought you said you wanted to avoid making friends.
Well, yes, I apologize. I can't give you that level of emotional commitment yet, but I do trust you a great deal, Kutsuki. Compared to everyone in this prison, I can disclose things to you with the least worry. I hope you can trust me a similar amount.
Now, not so much, but yeah. Of course, you've given me no reason to distrust you. All you've done since we've gotten in here is try to find a way out.
I was worried you'd lose faith in me, given how long it's taken me.
I'd rather you spend your time and created a plan that worked than throw your life away on something rushed.
Thank you. I think I need to hear that, Kutsuki. Your support has proved quite important to me.
Huh? I really haven't been doing anything special, honestly.
No, but even so. Your support has meant if I've not found myself entirely alone here, I'm reminded that people will see my intention as good enough through you. For that, I'm grateful. However, I really must apologize.
I can't see any reason for you to apologize, dog.
I just feel guilty that I can't allow myself to feel more emotional attachment to you.
Honestly, uh, I think I'm fine. Yeah,
But
like with all due
similarly,
respect, of course.
I want to make it very clear, while I do appreciate you, I must remain at this level of emotional investment. I encourage you to do the same.
I concur.
It's really nothing personal. You're a good person, Kutsuki, but
No need to. Okay, no need to say anything. I understand. In a situation like this, it would be far too detrimental.
exactly, thank you. This is why I'm glad to have you around. You're very understanding. It's quite rare someone around my age understands my thought process without me having to explain it.
Well, it's very sensible, so I find it fairly easy to follow.
I'm glad to hear it. I wouldn't want to confuse you. I hope you wouldn't feel too intimidated to ask for an alternative explanation if it's I can't read. Sorry, I'm really tired. If I failed to make sense the first time.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Not anymore. Don't worry.
Thank you again, Kutsuki. Once again, I'm sorry that our attachment must be so limited. It's certainly nothing personal, but I can't lose a friend again, not for a second time. Certainly not in a situation like this, certainly not with how I act. Who's gonna tell her?
Who's gonna tell her? I completely understand. Oh no, you don't, man. Just know that even if you must keep your emotional investment at this level, I'll be here if you need me. Even if I don't know what in the world someone like you would need my help for. Hmm.
Perhaps you could give me some of your socialization tips. They were so insightful the first time.
Was that sarcasm?
Perhaps.
She's kind of if I would have said she's really cute like this, but like after chapter 2, I'm sorry, you know.
I'm still saying it.
I'm yeah, look at this, look at this. Perhaps,
Perhaps.
you know. You really
I'm sorry,
must be.
after chapter 2, I still
Yeah.
love her.
Still love her. I'm so sorry. She's worthy in my heart, but like, yeah.
And unfortunately, these free time events is making me like her more.
Yeah. She kind of goated looking on. Look, if the goat, the king, the legend, you know, Takahiro himself, would he forgive her? I think he would.
I mean, maybe.
He'd be kind of pissed, not gonna lie. He'd be kind of crashing out,
Yeah.
Rightfully so. I mean, I get it. I get that,
Yeah, real. Like,
Yeah, that's so real.
Especially why it happened.
Yeah, especially that's some bullshit. Come on, man.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's some bullshit. Like, look at Taka's backstory. Like Taka, like what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like Doofenshmirtz meeting the evil Doofenshmirtz in like the Phineas and Ferb movie. You probably don't know, but basically you know how the Doofenshmirtz's backstory is so tragic. Neither of his parents showed up when he was born. And like it's like just a completely tragic backstory, the most tragedies any fictional character has ever seen, right, in their lives. And then he goes to a alternate universe where his alternate universe self is evil, like completely evil, taking over the entire world. And that evil counterpart's backstory was he lost his toy train, his favorite toy train, when he was little. And literally in the movie is like, that's it, that's your sad backstory, that's your tragic backstory. Come on, man. Like that's how it feels like. But yeah, come on. I feel like we can not like let it slide, but she's not on enough of a fraud, and not on as much of a fraud watch as like Shinku, I'd say, after chapter 2.
Yeah.
Shinku is on prime, like this. That's like prime seventh layer of hell fraud watch. It's gonna need an entire chapters of work, or more to get out of that.
But I'm sure you've got oh, sorry, I need to read this real quick. My brain is working like really slow.
It's fine.
Okay. But I'm sure you got quite a good deal to do today, so I shan't keep you any longer.
Hey, do you mind if I actually stay and join you for your research today, dog? I promise I won't interfere. I just want to keep you company. Hello, rest assured, Shinku. I am not alone.
um, actually, very well, but only on one condition.
Starts making out with her earpiece. I'm like, bruh. What did I say? What am I saying? Yes, dog.
You must call me Alora, Shinku.
Imagine if the end of the game, she is just like, she just throws away the earpiece, like, I don't need you anymore. And like, her and Shiku just get married or something. Because I'm sensing a spark, Loki. Of course, Alora. I sat and assisted Dr. Alora with her research the best I could. I don't think I got in her way too much. She seemed to appreciate my company, even laughing a few times. I felt quite a bit of pity for Alora. I'm sure she would be quite a good friend. But I suppose you can only throw away so many wilted flowers until you stop buying them. Yes.
Let's cherish this while it lasts in chapter 1.
Yeah. Chapter 1 is all it lasts, and like Immediately later, it's I will say it's crazy. This man is the one that haunts the narrative the most. Actually, originally I thought it was Mint, right? It really felt like it with the because that's Mint's death is what caused Zeke, the divide between Zeke and like the group and all. But like this, I feel like in chapter 3, this man is the one that is haunting the narrative. Like this is like Exorcist level of haunting, you know, when you really think about it. The ripple effect that this man's murder and death has caused, it cannot be stated. I can write books on it. But yeah, we have 4 more to go. Also, we are doing all the female ones first. 50
Oh, okay.
minutes, then 40 minutes of us speaking, and then it will be 32 minutes and then 40 minutes of just me speaking. So yeah, let's take a break right now, shall we?
Yeah, I still have my snack.
Yeah, I still have my water I need to drink. So yeah, all right. I almost started this one before without actually going back to stream for this. Anyways, I know we know that we said we would do all the free time events, but like these are taking too long. I am turning into Jackenstein, so it's taking too long. So we'll be doing one more today, and another. We'll be doing another stream, a longer stream some other time when we have more energy and we start earlier, and we'll be doing the rest of the free time events then, right? So this stream,
Yeah.
one more stream after that for free time events, and after that, a, just a smooth sailing chapter 3 experience. Boom, right? All right. Let's
Hmm.
continue. So this is the one we are doing, the final one we are doing today. Staring contest, Ezekiel Elias's free time events. Let's do it. There was one other free time event only stream we did, and on that one we only did like two of them, right? So I feel like we are
Really?
doing, yeah, yeah. These are long. Let's be real, you know.
Hmm.
So that's why, back in the day, remember when our streams used to be like 2 to 3 hours long? Now they're 6 hours long. It keeps going like this. By chapter 4, we'll be doing all of that shit in one stream, a 24-hour long stream.
Damn.
Okay. By the way, are you tired of speaking?
Hmm?
Are you tired of voice acting today? It is exhausting, right?
Why do you ask?
Because you have been freed from your curse. Look at whose events we're doing.
Yeah, I noticed.
Hmm. My water bottle emptied like when our stream started, so this is gonna be very, very, very cool. My ulcer is getting worse. Oh my god, it hurts so much. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. Okay, okay. You ready?
Hmm.
I feel like I should ask myself that. Am I ready? The answer is always no, but what can I do? Let's go. Great, it's him. Sorry. Great, it's him. What are you doing here? I thought you were working out with. Oh man, I forgot. I forgot.
The simpler times.
The better times. Back when both of them, see, two grieving widows, you know, both lost their husbands. It's so sad. This is so sad. Alexa, play
Man.
Despacito. Okay, so. Oh god, do I have to do this? Okay, I have to do this. Well, I was, but he's doing his prayer shit right now, so I don't want to interrupt.
I could probably do the other half justice once.
Yeah. That's shockingly respectful of you, actually. For his standards,
I'm also
anyways.
eating my snack, though.
Yeah, it's fine. You just think of it as like you're just watching the stream. In fact, why are you even here? Just watch my stream. Give me watch time on YouTube. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't leave.
No, I have to give commentary.
Yeah, again, very, very insightful commentary, might I add. Very important and insightful and deep commentary.
Very peak, very peak. I know.
Yeah, like
Everyone
the
loves me.
peak of media literacy and like literature analysis with us too. With great stunning examples of human intellect. Like it's funny you say that.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Man, you'll not find this shit anywhere else. I'm just saying. And also
Probably why the
considering,
streams are so long.
yeah, no wonder the streams are so long. Also considering, I after this I will be streaming Undertale and Deltarune chapters 1 through 5. And you will be there with me.
Oh, is that a threat?
Yes, yes. Because according to half the viewers, you're already in my basement, apparently. I don't know who made it up, but apparently you are. So, yeah. Where you gonna go?
Guys, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah. As a blink twice if you're being held hostage. That's why you turn your camera off. That's why I don't allow you to turn your camera on. Because you'd blink SOS in Morse code. Okay. I need to continue. So I'm guessing you're not much religious yourself, huh? Do I look like I am? Considering your views. Well, good. I'm glad that's clear. Wouldn't want you thinking I was some sort of Jesus junkie. Man, this just reminded me. Should we stream Undertale Repent to Jesus?
What?
You don't know? Oh,
No.
I have. Oh, you are so. You have not been enlightened. Hold on. There we go. Oh, it's so good. Hold on. Uh, but it's like it's Undertale, but it's so aggressively Christian. You have no idea. Like, like genuinely, it's not ironic Christian. It's unironically Christian. You know,
Like it's not a what?
it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Converting to Christianity. See, even
God.
even the goat played it, right?
Oh my god.
It's so like the no queer ships, by the way. In the end, Undertale Repent to Jesus. Don't listen to
They got rid
whatever
of the
this person is
gays.
saying. Don't listen to what this person. It is amazing. And the best part is I have not played it either. So I'm so scared of this. See, you're new to Christianity, aren't you? That's an actual dialogue in game.
Oh my god.
You ask if Papyrus is a Christian. It's so good. You're not ready, girl. I'm not ready. Do you feel like you're ready for this next stream?
No. No.
Uh, and then you say, "What do you mean next stream?" And you started getting scared. Like, nah. After chapter 3, we will be playing this. Yes, and you will be doing more than half the voice acting for these lines.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like
Okay.
we can split it half. It's fine. I'll take the blame. You, okay. Damn straight. I don't know. I don't know. I don't...
There's
See,
always something to say.
like there's always something
Every
to say.
time this man says something, we
You absolute fucking fruit factory, man. Like Jesus fucking
damn
Christ.
straight. What do you mean
Damn
straight?
The fuck you mean damn straight? Huh? Damn straight with that fuck ass face. He's literally Susie. Like he's literally so Susie. Am I wrong?
No.
He's literally just Susie. Like slightly edgier. And like slightly gayer actually. Funny you say that. Funny you say
Why
that.
do you say that?
Hmm. Hey, I've got some time till Mint is done with this shit. Wanna hang out for a bit? Did you ask me? Oh wait, yeah, shit, he's alive. Of course, that's why. That's why. That makes sense. I forgot. My bad. This is a terrible idea. I feel like, the soul controlling Chris, Shinku, you will be shipped with Zeke. The widow Yaoi, the doomed widow Yaoi. Uh, I don't even know what this genre would be called. Whatever. Why not? I've not got much else to do. Maybe this will be good for your Sam. You could do with some real company. Oh, I already regret this. Zeke, have you played Undertale Repent to Jesus? Oh, you're gonna love this. I don't know what in God's... The writers know what they're doing, man. The writers know what they're doing.
Why do you say that?
Funny I say that, yeah. No, sorry, funny he says that. Compelled me to hang out with this horrible excuse for a man. Perhaps it was in a vain attempt to establish some sort of connection that could get him to leave me alone for at least a moment. I can't exactly say I wanted to be friends with Zeke. I hated myself, but not that much. Still, I might be able to find a way to get him to leave me alone, even if only briefly. But to do that, I'd have to go about this carefully. Try not to be direct, try to schmooze it out of him. You wanna say something or just stand there thinking about my shirt being off? You absolute fruit factory. Oh my god.
That's the first thing he thinks of?
Never mind, I'm too weak for this. Ezekiel, why are you like this? Shingo, you're low-key almost sounding homophobic, not gonna lie. Like, why are you like this? Why do you? I am the gay icon of this, of this prison. Come on, man. Don't take my spotlight. Maybe a direct approach can still work. My name is Zeke. Get it right. And maybe I'd be less like this if you weren't such a fucking loser. You just make it too easy, man. Seriously, man, what is your deal? None here. Oh, I know this joke. I know this joke. You can't seriously believe I'll fall for that twice. Yeah. Wouldn't put it past a chump like you. The rage baiting king. Right, this is getting nowhere. I don't know what I expected. Zeke really was incredible. Whenever I thought he couldn't get worse, he just kept on managing to fight away. Still, any kind of information would be helpful at some point. And if there's anything Zeke liked talking about, it was himself. Yeah, well, not all of us like to risk having our limbs being cut off every Tuesday. Sorry, that was screwed. But what sort of stunts do you do anyways? Oh, let me tell you all about it, Shinku, my boy. It is ominous when he uses the real name, the full legal name. Shinku Kusuki, my beloved. I might have slightly embellished this dialogue, but you all don't need to know that. What do you want to hear about first? I'm sorry, I'm not voice acting. I'm too tired. Sorry. Been too tired the entire stream. The flying motorcycle acts, the work I probably did on that last movie you watched, or the most dangerous of all, my encounters in the bedroom. I feel like I will get scared, actually. Not that one, anything but that one. The last movie I watched, I didn't know you starred in Barbie. Literally Barbenheimer. This is Barbenheimer in action, by the way. You know? Barbie versus Oppenheimer. We got Mr. Barbie, Mr. Oppenheimer. Not that one. I should have expected your glittery ass would only watch movies like that. Mint Princess carries you. You have zero right to say anything. But I digress. Well, what about the flying motorcycle acts? Well, you see, depending on what I'm feeling that night, they can involve all sorts of dangers that make the average man weep in fear. Rings of fire, chainsaws, throwing knives, active explosives, middle-aged mothers, middle-aged mothers, hot mills near your area, live animals catching things in my mouth. Oh, of course you do, buddy. High-speed chases.
Okay.
Middle-aged mothers, like literally like a, whatever. I won't even make the joke. Catching things in your mouth, he says. You name it, I've done it. With that expression, I
I'm not
cannot
gonna
hear
say
him.
anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah. Graduate high school. Cause a nerd like you would only care about something as meaningless as that. You don't need a diploma to get ahead in life with a face like this. Punchable? Cool is for chumps anyways. The only thing useful it taught me was how to put someone in a headlock. And the teachers didn't even teach me that. What a scam. Maybe you just didn't pay enough attention. Maybe you're too focused on prissy ass stupid details when you should pay attention to my exploits. Maybe you could learn a thing or two from them. I shiver to know what this man considers exploits. Oh, I'm sure I could. For example, Shinku, do you know how hard it is to catch a knife between your teeth while running out of a flaming building holding a chainsaw? Can't say I do. Well, I guess only one of us will survive next time there's a burning building. I feel like there's a lot of factors that we are overlooking here. Hold on. Yeah, like look at this. Look at this. Then look at this. Not the same thing. Right. Seriously, I pity you, man. You've never felt the thrill of real work, being all cooped up doing your poetry or whatever. Maybe if you listen to enough of my stories, you'll learn a thing or two vicariously through me. Sure. So keep your ears peeled. Let me enlighten you about what it's like driving a car with one hand tied behind your back, your eyes blindfolded, and headphones blocking all noise. Oh boy. He never stops talking. It's impossible to get him to talk, but when you start getting him talking about himself and his amazing accomplishment, he never shuts up. Christ. How is he not dead? God, how have you not killed him? Sorry, that's a bit of an overreaction. But you have to understand, he kept going for hours. Oh my god, not friends. Damn. Shinku is so savage. All that sass and all that talking smack immediately disappears in chapter 2. Why on earth was I trying to talk to this man? Goddamn pussies giving me a fucking kiddie skate park instead of a motorcycle. Hi, Zeke. Ah, the fuck you're doing myself? I didn't invite you in, creep. Hello to you too. You better give me a real good reason why you're here. To see how cool it is. Yeah, pretty sick cell, right? Check it out. There's a whole skating area for tricks and shit. Weren't you complaining about it just now? Yeah, it's nice. Decorated a cell to fit each of us. My cell has a load of books. It's really relaxing and cozy. Sounds pretty lame. Sounds like you got lumped with a shitty cell. It's really not that bad. Damn, they've already got you a simulate. Sorry, what? They already got him what now? Assimilated? That's fucked up. Damn, that's so messed up, man. I agree. Well, if you wanna hang out in my cell for a bit, feel free. It could do you some good to be out of your sad, lonely, boring cell. Bask in the glory of somewhere badass for once. What do you say? This is a terrible idea. Sure, why not? Smart choice, Sam. You might never get a shot like this again. Why was I hanging out with this man again? I asked myself that question as I watched him staring at me after begrudgingly agreeing to talk to me. Luckily this time, I knew how to get Ezekiel to talk without just bluntly insulting me, distracting him with the only thing he cannot insult himself. Hey Zeke, I had a question. Yeah, what is it? From the stuff you've described with stunt performing, it all sounds pretty dangerous. Why do you still do it if it's so harmful? That's kind of like the whole point, man. Oh, you think the stuff I've told you so far sounds dangerous? You haven't even heard the tip of the iceberg. Here, let me give an example of the real rough stuff. I was working as a stunt double for this one action movie. The director was a real stickler for realism and authenticity. Wanted as little CGI or green screen as possible. During one of the scenes, the villain gets kicked off the top of the floor of the mall and falls through a glass decoration. How is this man alive? It was probably frustrating having to reconstruct the decoration between retakes. Oh, it had to be done in one take. The glass was real. Authenticity, remember? Ah, I see. Didn't you get cut? Plenty, but the real pain came with how they wanted me to break my fall. There was these lights hanging from the decoration. I was supposed to grab the cables and use that to stop the fall from being too severe. They were coated in rubber, so everyone assumed I'd be fine for me to grab them. You know that one gif of the chef, like in Ratatouille, reading the letter and getting more and more perplexed the more he reads?
Yeah.
Like, that's us right now. Like, bro, what the hell you mean? Who is this man's director, Mr. Beast? Like, turns out when you're falling that fast with a bunch of broken glass all over the place, the rubber on those cable rubs off easily. Oh shit! Fuck! Wounds ended up getting my hands pretty shocked trying to hold on to it, and ended up having to let go way before I was supposed to. Cause there wasn't any safety mat set up, so the fall was way more nasty than it should have been. Damn. How is this man alive? Wound up in the emergency room and had to stay in the hospital for about a week. Oh my god, they really made you do that? How was that allowed? Did you sue? They didn't make me do a thing. I chose to do that stunt, and I was more of a man for it. You see, the thing about doing this stuff, defying what people think the human body can endure, it makes me more manly than most of the chumps that walk this earth. Honestly, yeah, I could never do that. I'll give him that. And guess what, Sam? What? People loved that shot from the film. It was incredible. It was talked about for months for how authentic it looked, how brave I was to do it. Dog, they watched a borderline snuff film. They don't even know it. I've been trying to top it since one of my proudest moments. Hell, I still got all the burns from the cords in my hands. Wanna see? Uh, what's the politest way to say no? I get it. A chump like you would probably faint at the sight of them. Heh, we can't all be as cool as I am. But I got Lucy here to remind me forever of the shoot. Really accentuate the scars. Remind me of what got me where I am. Lucy? Lucifer, my snake tat. When you run your fingers across, it burns. Uh, when you run your fingers across it, the burns make indents like those feel like scales. Oh my god, what am I saying? Pretty fucking sick, right? See, you're not the only one that cannot talk. Yeah, sick. It makes me feel ill. Anyway, so I've tried to top it since. Ended up in the hospital a few times. Doctor said keep this up and you'll have 3 months to live. I heard it all before. Every time I try to top it, my agent gets on my fucking ass like he's my bitch ass dad. And then comes crying over to the phone to me like, Zeke, we need you to do another stunt. The public wants to see if this one will kill you or not. And I'm like, I told you so, bitch. Ah, you must have a very patient agent. What do you call patient? I call prudish. Always being like, Zeke, no, you can't risk breaking another bone. Like, what the fuck does it matter to you? Anyways, just wait until you hear about my skydiving exploits, or the drowning shots, or the time a director wanted exposed bone and didn't want to settle for prosthetics. Zeke, that all sounds pretty self-destructive. Are you sure you should be doing it? Quite frankly, how are you not dead? Obviously, I'm perfectly fine doing it. I'm not dead yet, am I? Besides, it takes a real man to stare down death each and every day and dare it to blink. Oh shit, that's why. That's why.
He said a thing.
He said the thing. He said the thing. You sure that's a sin? Yeah.
Yo, he said a thing.
We are not much better from those chicken jockey people from the Minecraft movie. I'm so sorry to anyone who's watching this. We don't deserve the forgiveness. Oh my god. The only difference is that we are doing this at home. Oh, you think you can do it better than me? No, it's just at the rate you're going. At the rate I'm going, I'll die a legend if death ever even manages to catch up to me. And if it does, it'll be sick. It'll chase me down on motorcycle and be a spectacle people will talk about for centuries. I dare it to race me. And if it's not chasing me, then what's the point of continuing to run? Continue to crash that motorcycle. Did I tell you about the motorcycle stuff yet? Nah, man. Guys, did he tell us about the motorcycle stuff yet? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'll just tell you again, in case your small little book brain forgot. Now imagine this, 18 flying chainsaws, 6 active explosives, 500 cigarettes. Lara comes in, someone says cigarettes? Nah, bruh. Please, girl, go to your room. Oh my god, and he's right back to bed. It is genuinely impossible to have any conversation with this man that doesn't just devolve into him bragging, just self-glaze. I would try to get through to him about how self-destructive this all is, but he's a brick wall. A brick wall he will blindly slam into again and again until his whole body is bruised. And the whole audience is clapping. And the crowd goes wild, crowd goes mild. Still not friends, by the way.
Still not friends, by the way. Just so you know.
Yeah. Zeke seemed to be preparing to work out, but stopped when he saw me. Something different about his expression. Hey. Hey, man. Long day for you, huh? If you wanna join my workout, you can. Just don't make it fucking weird. I won't make it weird, you know? That one image of the guy pointing at me. I make things weird. I, bruh. Give me more credit, man. I wouldn't make it weird. Good, because I'm trying to do you a solid here. But you're not exactly in workout gear, are ya? Wanna just hang out for a bit instead? Cool. Ezekiel seemed to be trying to tone it down a bit today, likely due to what happened to Aichi. I just wondered how much longer he could keep it up. I'd understood for a while now it would be practically impossible to get any sort of useful information out of Zeke. Despite that, I kept going to him with the vague hope I could figure out anything about why he was this way, squirming against his ego and poking the bear until he started to speak. Oh, hold on, just let me put my phone on charge. Uh, there we go. My throat hurts, but I'ma thug it out. Come on. Okay. Whew. But this time, to my shock, Ezekiel started the conversation for me. You know, man, I think I figured out what you're trying to do here. Uh, you tried to hide it, but I've caught on to you. I'm a lot more smart than you seem to think, Shinku. It's smarter, but grammatically, I mean, professional back from that. God, leave it to the book not to be such a picky bitch. Thanks. But you don't need to hide it. I don't know why you keep coming back like an ex-girlfriend who just can't get enough. He says as if he has any experience with girlfriends.
You know.
Yeah, sure, buddy, sure. Has he figured out what I'm trying to do here? Does he know I'm trying to figure out a way to get him to stop insulting me all the time? There's no shame in it really, Shinku. I mean, who wouldn't want to be just like me? What? Come on, you think you're the first to wanna take a slice out of the Elias pie? I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure I'm not. Look, man, there's no need to be so shy about it. You can just come out and admit you've been asking me all these questions. So you can learn exactly how I got so manly, right? Yeah. Stunned at my deduction? There's a lot more to me than first meets the eye. You know, you might be my hardest case yet, but follow the Zeke regimen and in a few short weeks you'll be finally worth something. It's tough, but take it from me. Pain is how you become stronger. Your scars are a testament to just how much more you can endure than your average office worker, conforming to the system, Joe. Damn, leave Joe alone, man. Really, how could you have just come out and said, you could have just come out and said it directly. But I ain't gonna fault you. I know how intimidating a man like me can be to a sheltered prissy like little boys like you. Just be the bigger person. Just be the bigger person here. We'll finally get to make you a man your family would be proud of. Mark my word. Why on earth would I want to be anything like you, fumbled? Huh? I am. He's genuinely devastated. Are you so absorbed in your egotistical, self-destructive delusions that you can't see past the stench cloud of your cologne? Jesus fucking Christ! This man is, though he lost it. He's off the deep end, which, by the way, is not an adequate substitute for a shower. You are genuinely, actually, and I will say this with utterly in no hyperbole, if you even know what hyperbole means, the most immature, ignorant, frustrating, obnoxious, incognizant, egotistical maniac I've ever had the displeasure of meeting. Damn! Damn! Why would anyone, let alone me, speak to you with any sort of desire of being anything like you? Damn, Shingu's cooking him. Fuck you, you little bitch. Okay, maybe I made that part up, but you know. That's what he's trying to say. Your whole talent revolves around people waiting to see if you're going to die yet. which bafflingly you don't even seem to find disturbing in the slightest. Instead, you find it validating. I'm honestly shocked you're delusional enough to think I would want to be like you in the slightest. I even sound like you now. Damn, damn, I feel bad. I actually feel bad. Like, damn. Shinku might have done a bit much, man. Alright, listen here. No, there's not an. Oh shit, oh shit. Damn. He got hands today. He did not take. He did not want to take this shit, man. He did not want to take this shit. No, there's not an argument to be had here. You will not learn anything from it. You will hardly listen to me. There is no point. It would be a waste of my time. Waste of your time? You've been wasting my time with your fake bullshit. Where's all this coming from anyways? You must be one hell of a masochist to keep coming back if I'm that much of a problem to you. Pretty sick fucking joke to act buddy-buddy with someone just to bitch about them later. What the fuck is wrong with you? If you hate me so much, why don't we settle it one-on-one? What about that, prick? See who's Mr. thinks he's such hot shit he can speak back with his big stupid long words to Ezekiel Elias like he knows anything about how the real world works after that, huh? I didn't particularly like getting beaten up, but I can't say I regretted anything I said. You really don't see anything wrong here? He looked me up and down for a moment as if he was contemplating it for a second before clenching his fist. Well, aside from a bitch ass attitude, no. Why should I need to change the when the world only gave two fucks about me when I sucked it up and started acting like this? You would pull the exact same shit if you had been given the big old middle finger half as many times as I have. I've earned the right to be like this. I've done my time. I've gotten hit enough to the point I can talk shit without the fear of being punched down. And if you have a real problem with that, then try to kick my teeth in to shut me up instead of all this psychological bullshit. This is just pathetic. Do you think I can take it or something? Is that it? You're not even worth arguing with at this point. You're lucky I don't like to hit women considering how much you seem to be talking out of your vagina. Oh my god.
Um,
Oh, whatever, man. Sorry, I shouldn't have said all of that. Maybe I was a little harsh. Oh, you think that shit affected me? You think I care about someone? With the face that you were making, yeah, man. Actually, yeah. I felt bad just seeing that. Whatever, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go. Fuck off, you're all bark, no bite. You got some fucking nerve talking all this shit and not being man enough to actually try to punch me down. Here's a message from your dear, from your deaf friends, bitch. Before I could leave, Ezekiel stormed off himself, grumbling something under his breath. Maybe I was a little harsh. Maybe it was a mistake pissing off the most violent person in this prison. That's probably not a good idea. Maybe I was a little harsh. Yeah, we understand, man. I should give a proper apology later. I just hope you won't make me grovel. A sorry should suffice, even if it isn't entirely genuine. Definitely not friends. Oh yeah, absolutely.
you think
This,
so?
this is like anti-free time events. Ezekiel was leaning up against the locker, trying his best to look cool and nonchalant, but it's clear he was looking out for something. Hey man, what you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? Standing? Oh, you think you're so smart, don't you? Dog, for your information, Sam, I'm waiting for Mint. Where is he? Usually you two are attached by the hip. He's showering right now, so you better not get any funny ideas and try to take a peek. Shit like that isn't cool, Shinku. You gotta respect about. Man! Shut your bitch ass up, man. Come on. I know you ain't talking. I heard everything that was happening in that shower. Dracule heard that shit. You know? Of course, who wouldn't?
Funny you say that, actually.
Yeah. Well, good to see we're on the same wavelength about that. Maybe you're not as much of a loser as I thought. Say, I don't know when Mint is gonna be out, so gonna hang for a while. I could do with some entertainment. Sure, I guess I could be your entertainment. Don't. Okay. Sweet. Oh boy. Like, just if that free time event just ended there, I would be so scared. Like, this would leave the audience terrified. Well, this was about to be a conversation I'd rather not be having. But I knew I was probably a little too harsh on Zeke. It just all got let out after days of biting my tongue. However, having the most aggressive person in the prison being upset at me was probably not the best idea. I don't think you can escape that fate. Unfortunately, this man's fate has been sealed in that regard, you know? So here I was, ready to grovel. Hopefully that would be enough of an apology. But before I could apologize, hey Zeke man, I just wanted to... Shut up, let me speak first. I shouldn't have gone assuming you wanted my lessons on how to be a man. I mean, I don't get why you wouldn't want them, but if you have your own idea on of what it is to be a man and are willing to stand up for it, I'd be a hypocrite to stop you. Damn, Mint talked some sense into him. You know, you know, Mint talked some
Yeah.
sense into him. Fine, thank you. Can I speak now? But you gonna put your hand up as well? Jesus fucking Christ, just speak. Right, sorry. I'm sorry too for going off like that. It was really uncalled for. I'm sorry for saying all of that. Gonna apologize for breathing too. Well, since you apologize for what you said, that's not what I said. I meant everything I said. I'm just sorry for assuming you wanted my advice. I love that so much. Oh, okay. Why do you assume that in the first place? It's just a bit strange, especially when you're faced with guys like, well, me. Well, obviously you were talking to me before because you wanted something. I mean, come on, we aren't exactly the best of friends now, are we? It'd be insane for you to just wanna chat. No, that's what small talk is. Last I checked, small talk wasn't insanely profound or anything. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's small. It's how you use it. Keep fighting, little guy. You'll make it one day. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, this is my point. What would someone like me wants out of someone like you? Autograph, pic for your socials, a story to tell your friends, for me to be a little nicer. Finally, you get it. He gets it. He gets it. Let's face it, I'm not exactly the kind of guy people want to be talking to. I mean, what did people talk to you about before you got famous? Before I got my talent, I was no one. I'd rarely get approached. No one wanted anything to do with me. And now I've made it big. Everyone wants everything to do with Zeke, but only as long as I'm still relevant. You don't need a whole convo for a quick story or pic either. I really stopped being a person and started being a sideshow attraction. It felt weird to finally have so many people not looking down on me only to continue to feel so isolated. I feel like, I feel like every character, every prisoner here has like a connecting thread with the theme of like being watched, you know, or like the theme of being observed or throughout Antebellum lockdown, which makes sense
Yeah.
since they are being observed here as well, which makes sense. So that's kind of the whole point. Like Taka, it is obvious, and like for Takiko, it's obvious. For Zeke too, he's an attraction here. Shinku, he's a novelist. His books get critiqued a lot. Asuka works in a circus, right? A performer, so that checks out. It's a lot about appearances. You can even that idea might be actually interesting to explore some other time. We'll see. I mean, it was never I'll go talk to Zeke Elias. It was always I'll go talk to the ultimate stunt performer. Surely there must have been some people who weren't trying to get stuff out of you. Nah, not much these days. Sometimes folks just suck up blindly, but they're always playing the long game. It makes me miss when people used to beat me down, because then I'd feel like I at least had a say in it. Maybe that's why you had me feeling all nostalgic with your little blow up. Or maybe it was. Zeke paused for a moment. I moved my hands out of my pockets and he flinched, snapping back into focus. Whatever. Shit sucks when bitches only want to be in your good graces for something. It makes me forget I'm human sometimes. It doesn't matter how high up I climb in life. I'm just as inhuman to everyone else as I was before I got my break. Only difference is it's gone from blind malice to surface level adoration. I'm low-key kind of cooking. Don't know which one I prefer. So like, yeah, I just sort of assumed you were only sticking around to get something out of it. That just seemed to be what people do when you become an ultimate. You know, maybe if you were a little nicer, people wouldn't see you solely as a commodity. Sounds gay.
Funny you say that.
Sun. Sunyan. Sunyan ring. Friend Sunyan soup. Come on, man. I know you ain't talking. Maybe if you weren't such a spineless bitch all the time, I wouldn't have assumed you were free reign to step all over. Zeke, I'm being serious. Genuinely, just if you were kinder and stopped assuming the worst in everyone, I think people would talk to you for the sake of you. Zeke stared at me for a moment before huffing. I don't think you understand just how much my reputation precedes me. Not only would it kill the whole brand around me, it's not like it actually changed anything. If I was nicer to people, they'd just be even more encouraged to cling to me like leeches. I don't owe it to those people to act all buddy with them. Do you just not want to be friends with anyone? Do you just want to be alone forever? I mean, I've been pretty alone so far. It served me well. People like me aren't meant for normal folk. People like you? Wild animals, street strays. That's what Lara calls us anyways. I feel like there's another demographic that he is actually referring to. You know, besides, if I can't stay alone, I can't be backstabbed or betrayed again. He turned around and started walking off. I was left in stunned silence, unable to distinguish what parts was Zeke, the ultimate stunt performer, maintaining his cutthroat reputation, from the shattered fragments of Ezekiel clambering to the surface, reaching out with burn scars decorating his fingers. No snake to conceal the original sin that sunk him into this isolation. Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. I'd like to talk about this one for a little bit. What do you think Zeke meant when he said people like him?
It's a good question.
I mean, I'm sure you know all about that, right? The questions do be good. Let me give you some hints on what I think. When Mint, was telling us in the mass service we attended with him, that he came from a very traditional family. His mom was very Christian and like very religious and all, specifically. So Mint is very religious, and you know how Zeke never goes with Mint there, and Zeke is very anti-religion. And like I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm pretty sure it's because Zeke is gay, right? It's like pretty clear, right?
Yeah.
Skirting around stuff like that is like it just feels weird to me. So like my theory, or like not theory, does not theory sounds too detached, but like my assumption, frankly, would be that Zeke was an outcast from an early age, kind of like Susie, like very much like Susie actually, like getting the same mistreatment, not being considered by society and all. And maybe Zeke's original family, Zeke's parents or like Zeke's dad, they were just like very religious and like, but in like the ultra conservative traditional sense, abusive sense. So like Zeke had to hide the true part of himself, and he found and because he lived in violence, every his entire his inner identity, uh, you know like the violence got integrated into his identity, right? So when he says people like him, it's just like people that just don't fit into the general norms of society, people that just aren't people that are not that do not fit in the values that some religious people preach, people that don't fit in these boxes and stuff, right? That's what I think, at least. That's what I think.
Mhm.
That's why, like, seeing Mint, someone who is comfortable, someone who is, not someone who can be comfortable in himself and like deserves to be comfortable in himself, and like has who has done nothing wrong, and who has had still has like so much evil done to him, right? It inspires Zeke in a way, right? It's like it is both of them show each other that it is okay to change. Zeke shows Mint that it is okay to be himself, and it is okay to care about himself a lot more than he does already, right? And like Zeke sees Mint as like it is okay to you know tone down the violence, a violent act, and like mellow out, because it is okay to have someone close to you. It is okay to be vulnerable, basically, right?
Mhm.
It is okay to not act tough, kind of like that. There are so many parallels between Susie and Zeke. It's crazy. Okay, Salman, TED talk over. We are almost done, by the way. We're like 10 minutes. 10 minutes into. Hey Zeke, you doing okay? Bro whipped around. Have you not noticed me earlier? Yeah, just fucking peachy. What? You got something to say? Huh? Hey, at least Michael is alive. He's not been physically hurt. I didn't know he'd gotten married. That woman, she. There was no way Michael was. He was nothing to me. So it doesn't even matter. You don't need to waste any breath on making me feel better or any of that shit. Since I don't care one bit. I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like it. Are you sure? Bro hit him with the Omni, man. Yeah, so if you wanna like stay and talk for a bit, go ahead. I don't give a shit what you do. I just don't want people thinking I'm all crushed by this or whatever. So what? Do you wanna talk or something? Alright, if you want. This is something you want, not me. Let me set the record straight. Yeah, man, we get it, we understand. I wasn't sure exactly how exactly I felt about Ezekiel anymore. I felt a certain amount of pity for him, if I'm being honest. On one hand, he'd reached the top and relished it wholeheartedly, absorbing the fame and glory as much as he could. However, I couldn't help but wonder if he leant so hard into the fame because within it he was still searching for the satisfaction he thought it would bring him. Despite everything, Ezekiel seemed to me to be endlessly lonely and isolated. I couldn't imagine what he was looking for. I was only certain he hadn't found it. But before I could dwell on what it was any further, my thoughts were interrupted by Ezekiel speaking. Hey, hey, listen, I don't want any more of your bullshit. Let's talk this out like men. Why have you even been spending so much time with me to begin with? Huh? I mean, you clearly didn't want my advice, so what is it? What do you want? I paused, dwelling on what to say for a moment. In the end, just like everyone else, I was also using Zeke in a way. I really was just talking to him to find a way to get him to harass me less. I could lie, but if he discovered I was lying, oh god, I feel like the collateral reaction would be worse. So maybe even if it was hurtful, it was best to be truthful. Honestly, I just wanted to find a way to have you be less awful to me all the time. Zeke looked at me for a moment before letting out a sigh and looking away, scratching the back of his head. Yeah, figured. He stayed a little dejected for a moment before letting out a small chuckle to himself, spite underlying it. I should have reckoned you wouldn't have wanted anything else. That's not what I... It's fine, whatever, I don't care. It's best not to make actual connections anyways, never works out. Everyone in this world is a fucking backstabbing prude or... Whatever, at least you could actually admit to it. I'll give you that. Still shitty, but in the end you're just like everyone else. I shouldn't have expected anything better from you. And I didn't. Guys like you are always looking to push away those they see as less behaved than them. Society rewards you for further shunning us, don't they? I just figured. Zeke, listen. What? I don't really like you if that wasn't obvious. Wow, what? Really? Ingo, I can't believe this after all this time. Can you take this seriously, please? This is important, man. Zeke huffed and looked at me, looking dead in the eyes. Even if I don't particularly like you, just constantly being rude on both ends isn't going to get us anywhere. Besides, I'd feel guilty perpetuating our isolation. So I want to approach conversations with you from now on without trying to get something out of you. That'd be wrong of me to do. What's the catch? Do you think that maybe you could lay off me for a bit? You respect me, I'll respect you. That's fair, right? He grabbed the back of his neck a bit, trying to think it over. We don't have to be buddy-buddy, but I'll treat you more like a friend if you at least treat me like an equal. Like an equal, huh? Zeke seemed to hesitate for a moment, giving me a slightly distrustful glance, like an animal being offered food, contemplating whether to take it or bite the hand trying to feed it. I offered him a small smile, and something about it sparked a sort of recognition in his gaze, and he cautiously and tentatively softened up, shifting slightly. Guess that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So you gotta make sure your image doesn't, contrast with mine too much. Huh? What do you mean? Well, I can't have folks thinking I'm buddy-buddy with some sort of paper-thin loser who will fold like origami when people raise their voice. You gotta, like, work on that. So you don't, embarrass me and all that. Oh, he just wants what's the best for him. I'm sure I could work on that. And if you're, like, serious about all this, you better be real serious. I can't deal with flaky, fake-ass friendship who can tough through the slightest pushback. I don't want someone who will drop off the second there's a rough patch. That's just not my crowd. And he ends up with Lyra.
What?
And he ends up with Lyra.
Oh. Oh.
You realize what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so big. It's so well written. It's crazy. Well, if I do leave, I'll make it clear to you why I'm leaving. He grew slightly more apprehensive and tense, shoving his hands in his pocket with a huff. Should have known you were such a pussy. But I don't see any reason why I would leave unless you went back on your word. Something about that made Zeke stare at me for a while, squinting as if he was trying to see something. It always takes this man 5 free time events to know what to say. Like, this is cooking, this is cookage, but like he would never do that in, like, regular events for some reason. He's always fumbling. Okay, fine, just don't expect me to be all buddy touchy in the sunshines and rainbows all at once. All right, that was not the wind. That was not the wind, I feel like. Zeke, what have you gone through, my boy? If you do things that piss me off, I'm going to let you know that they piss me off. If you're being stupid, I'll tell you that you're being fucking stupid. And he paused, grumbling something under his breath. And what? If I'm being stupid, you need to do the same to me. Oh, I don't suppose I'll have any issues doing that. You're a little fucking weirdo, you know that, right? But seriously, I don't care much about getting myself into danger or putting my life on the line. And it means I tend to get myself into pretty tumultuous situation, which is like fine when it's just me. But a life feels a lot more worth living when someone else is invested in it, you know? So while I may not care much for if I die or not, I know there, for some reason, are people who don't want me to kick the bucket just yet. Profound. So if I'm running my mouth, spewing the truth that the assholes behind this just can't take, stop me if it seems I'm putting too much of my life on the line. Damn, that's so good. I will. Well, whatever. Even with all that, once again, don't expect me to be singing Kumbaya or any of that shit tomorrow. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to this, you feel? I understand, man. I understand. Well, alright then. Hey, yeah, I can help you make up for that for your side high school years, man. I'll teach you all the ropes. Playing pokers in the dorm all night, betting on the fights, guessing who the teachers were beating into that night. It'll be great. What? Oh man, it's a shame they don't do attack therapy here. Attack therapy? I'd love to see what they'd say about you. Me and some of my pals used to joke about who got it the worst. What? Hey, come on, don't give me that look. Even if you would get it the worst, if someone joked about it afterwards, I'd kick their teeth out. But the solitary confinement to put some prick in his place. What? Uh, well, all that fun can wait for another day. I'll catch you around, Shinku. Yeah, bye, Zeke. Glad to be a pal. See ya. This is so sad. What could have been? All right, maybe. This is one of my favorite ones so far. This is what could have been, man. Maybe chapter 3, you know, will give us this. Maybe chapter 3 will give us stuff like this. Also, is attack therapy real? Hold on. Attack therapy is a type of psychotherapy. It highly confrontational interaction between the patient and therapist, or between patient and fellow patient during group therapy. Okay, it is a real thing apparently. Damn. Well, that was it. That was it. This was not gonna get a lot of views, is it?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, but like that makes sense. Honestly, if I was on YouTube, I would not want to watch this shit. But you know, it's a contractual obligation at some point. You just gotta do it. You know, it's kind of like your homework. You gotta do it even if it's annoying. So yeah, that was all from our side. Also, again, another another common theme. I Before we end, another common theme I have noticed about every lockdown character is, you know, difficulty in forging connections. You feel me?
Mhm.
Or like something to do with like connections. Let me give an example. Right, Taka had no connection. Right, Asuga with their crime reveal, value connection a lot, maybe even to a toxic degree. Right,
Yeah.
Maiko's connection with Yui, Takiko, Takiko, forging fake connections with everyone, and like Zeke having his connection and trust broken brutally, in his past. Mint with like, connected to obviously, shit. What was his sister's name? Shit. Damn. What is Mint's sister's name? Shit.
Wasn't it Lavender or something?
Lavender. Yeah, Lavender. Mint with his family with Lavender, right? So and who else? So basically, if the entire thing is just Alora with Lilith, right? That's very important. She does not try to make connections because of that, right? And like Lyra, Lyra has a difficulty in making connections because she leaves people too quickly, as like maybe as an act of self-preservation and stuff, right? Shinku, we already know about Akari, so yeah, right. And like who else, So basically every character has like something to do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll definitely write about this some other time. But yeah, that was it from our side. So we apologize for one of the more boring streams. We are just gonna have one more of this some other time. But after that, we'll be done. Nothing boring from then on, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, bye bye.